welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a wear test on the brand new Rapid's Probiotic Mattifier by H2O Plus Beauty. So for those of you who haven't heard, H2O Plus Beauty recently launched their Rapid's collection, which is skincare items that were made with probiotics to help keep your skin healthy and retaining more water, and they also feature champagne extracts. Cheers to that! Starting off 2018 with champagne skincare. Sounds like a great year to me. I'm gonna show you guys how this mattifier applies initially on the skin and then how it wears throughout the day. I'm gonna show you guys a wear test that I did last week only because I wanted to do something on a day when I was actually out and about running around, and so I wasn't just sitting around the house doing nothing. I feel like if I did a wear test on a day like that, it would just be pointless. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Welcome to my bare face. So all I have on right now is just moisturizer. I'm wearing the hydrating treatment from the Oasis line by H2O Plus Beauty. This is the one that has that gel-like consistency. It looks like this. It's amazing. Love this stuff. So that has absorbed into my skin. So now we're gonna hop on into the mattifier. So on the back, it says that it'll transform before your eyes from a gel into a light powdery texture as you apply it. Featuring probiotics in champagne and yuzu extracts, it absorbs excess oil and shine and leaves skin with a visibly flawless, even skin tone. Because that stuff kind of matters. H2O Plus Beauty, you know the way to my heart. With puns. So let's go ahead and apply a thin layer of this. You truly only need a little bit. Oh, that is way too much. Okay, not gonna do that. Bad idea. You really need like the smallest amount. It's less than dime size. It's like just a pea size amount, and I'm gonna apply this to my T-zone, so pretty much like the spots where I get oily the most, and especially my nose. That's the part of my face that gets really shiny by the end of the day. So with this, it should help to just balance that, make it look less shiny. Now when you apply this, it has a really, I don't know how to explain the scent. It reminds me of some sort of like young, youthful perfume. It just smells bomb, okay? So it also applies very silky, it's smooth. As far as it going from a gel to a powder texture, I'm not really seeing that immediately, but let's give it a bit of time to kind of settle. So something else that's really great about this is that it can also be used as a makeup primer. So not only is it like a mattifier that you could use just on its own without foundation or anything, but you can also apply your foundation over it. You can also, something really cool about this is that you can apply this on top of your foundation or makeup. So throughout the day you can touch up, just add a bit more of this, and then it'll help combat that shine if you're like really shiny. So for somebody like me, who produces so much oil, like Trump would literally want to make a business deal with me. That's how much oil I produce. I could start a factory or something. You know what I mean? Okay, so it's been a few minutes and I'm not really seeing this dry down into a powder, but then again, when I think of powder, I'm thinking of setting powder, so I'm kind of expecting to see something kind of white and just powdery on my face, but I'm not really seeing that. It still feels smooth, but I mean, like, compared to this part of my face, it is more matte. So it is working. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face, put on foundation, all that stuff, and I will be right back. Alright, so I just finished my face and I can definitely tell that the areas where I put on the mattifier are matte. Like this area of my face is already kind of giving a little bit of shine. I mean, not that it's shiny or oily or anything like that, but it's just kind of like dewy. But my T-zone is matte for sure, so that's definitely very impressive. And I'm using the Probiotic Illuminator, which is also from the Rapid's collection. So if you guys want to learn more about this one, let me know. I'll make a whole video on this. Just let me know in the comments and down below. My foundation isn't separating or anything like that. Everything just looks very smooth in the areas where I put on the mattifier. So far, so good. Alright, I'm gonna insert some clips of a wear test that I did from last week when I was running around Santa Monica chasing after a bird. And no, it is not what it sounds like.
Hey guys, what's our mission today?
Find a bird.
What's a bird?
That thing.
It's not a charge.
A bird is actually an electric scooter. They have like this whole app there and you can go find a bird and ride it and all this stuff, and it's the first I've heard of it and I'm from the area. Like, I didn't realize that birds were such a big deal in Santa Monica. It's like everybody is on the hunt for a bird. And once you pay attention to it, you just see like everybody on their phone trying to chase after a bird. So whenever there was an empty one, I would just sprint after it and try to get it. And of course they were dead, out of charge.
Queenshirin, what's some good advice
We
here?
have a game plan for the next one, but we gotta walk and talk. So for the next one, we just have to run when we see it. We can't wait.
Push people out of the way, right?
Exactly. Anyway, point is, the mattifier held up so well. Just 4 hours into my wear test, my face was still really matte and everything looked so good, you guys. My face has never looked better. It just looked really smooth and matte and just perfection. After the 9-hour mark was when I started to see the shine coming through on my face, but you could still see a visible difference on the areas where I had the mattifier on my T-zone versus like this part, it was still more shiny as opposed to the center part right here. Now, my nose was getting a bit more shiny, but it still looked way better than it ever did with just setting powder alone. By the end of the night, my skin did not feel oily or gross or anything like that. It wasn't greasy, which sometimes it does feel like that after wearing a full face of makeup for a full day. But it just felt so fresh and just still clean, and I was just, I would be staring at myself in the mirror. I'm like, girl, your skin looks so good right now. I am so impressed with this mattifier. It's like mind-blowingly amazing. The only downside to this is that it does have flashback, and it's not like it's claiming to prevent flashback or anything like that, so it's not the mattifier's fault. But if you are going to any sort of nighttime event or just any event in general, weddings, stuff like that, where flash photography is involved, I would say skip out on wearing this because you will get flashback. Now for an everyday purpose, at the office, going out, just anything, going to the gym even, this is really great for mattifying your skin, and it looks so good in pictures without flash. Oh, one more thing, if you apply too much of this primer onto your face, by the end of the day it will look a bit more chalky and powdery in those areas. So for me, on that day, I applied way too much on my upper lip area, and so when I was looking at it up close in the mirror, I was seeing that it was kind of white. So just a little bit goes a long way. Keep that in mind when you're using this mattifier. All this being said, I want to remind you all that your best self comes from being confident in your own skin and having that glow from within. So, I'm Dr. Seuss. Anyway, what I wanted to say was that after 2 weeks of using this primer, I do feel like my skin is a lot more calmed down and balanced and less red than it normally is. And I have gone makeup free so many times in these past 2 weeks, and I felt so confident in my own skin. And you can just see it on my face. So highly, highly, highly recommend this mattifier. I recommend it to everybody with oily skin. For sure, gotta try this out. It is amazing. That is all I have to say about this product. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new here before you leave, and turn on post notifications to be notified of all my new uploads. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!